بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Salat with Jamaat has been made binding. Salat with Jamaat. Salat with Jamaat is something, subhanAllah, that requires you even more level of being on time. Because at home, you can pray Asr at 7 o'clock. At home, you can pray Asr at 7. No problem. It's still in the correct time. It's not even delaying. 7 o'clock is totally fine. But what is in that prayer that you do at home? A little bit of comfort and a little bit of laziness. Not that I have to have wudu on time. And I have to sit in my car and I have to calculate, okay, 5 minutes to the masjid or 3 minutes to the masjid, and I might get stuck at a light. And now you're planning all of that. And then I have to be there 6:15 because Takbir Ula is specifically at that time. Now Salat with Jamaat gives you a higher level of discipline. That's why the ajr of Salat with Jamaat is 27 times more than Salat playing at home. At home you can pray at 6:15, at 6:30, at 6:45, 50, 55, 7. You can pray at any time you want. There is no qaid, there is no restriction. But the discipline that is required to do Salat with Jamaat, right? The obedience and the discipline and the time management and the responsibility, this is more. And that is why the person who performs Salat with Jamaat at the masjid, he gets the reward of praying that same Salat 27 times. Hafizab, you know Allama Shi'rani, I was reading his nasayih, his advices. He said that murid who does not have concern with Salat with Jamaat, and you see him in his life that he has no concern with Salat with Jamaat, know that nothing will come out from him. Nothing will come out from him. He will not amount to anything. This is very scary. When I read that, I said, subhanAllah, this is why our mashayikh, they gave such an importance to Salat with Jamaat. Imam Sha'rani's words is scary. The murid who is not concerned with Salat with Jamaat, then don't worry about him. He will not amount to anything. And when he does come, you'll see that there is some benefit in it for him. He is coming because there is some benefit or some need or some worldly necessity that he has. That is why he's coming. But a person who truly values the hudur with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, values the suhbah and the presence of Allah azza wa jal, what can be greater than Salat with Jamaat? There's nothing greater than that. How much the Prophet ﷺ emphasized that in his last passing days between Abbas radiallahu anhu Ali ibn Abi Talib, he would put both of his arms and his legs would drag on the ground like this, and two people would bring him into the masjid while the Prophet's legs are dragging on the ground because of his sickness. And he would tie up like a bandana, he would tie because of the severe headache. Obviously, if you're that sick, you have an excuse to not come to the masjid. But the thing was that the Prophet ﷺ's home was adjacent. His door opened inside of to the masjid. And also he had his whole congregation and the Sahaba. When you're sick, you have an excuse not to come. But the Prophet ﷺ's azima, his himma, his determination, teaches us what determination we should have. In the matter of our deen, we have no concern that, okay, I want to multiply the rewards of my salah. Why should I get one reward? Let me get 27 times reward. Can you imagine? How long would it take for you to perform your zuhr salah 27 times right now? You'd still be praying. Salat was at 1:30, you'd probably still be praying your salat. Zuhr time. 27 times, pray it. That one Salat with Jamaat, you get the reward of 27. How could you overlook that? That's why, to the best of your ability, you should try to perform the Salat as much as you can, as many Salats as you can in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what the masajid have actually been established for. But our mentality, unfortunately, is like the mentality of Christians. Salat in the masjid with Jamaat is either once a year or twice a year during Eid, or once a week during Friday. This is what our mentality, most people's mentality is that masjid is either once a week, Friday, or twice a year during Eids. Whereas no, the reality of it is 5 daily prayers. Yani what I'm saying is to the extent of your ability. So this is some of the valuable lessons. Bring a balance in your life.